Hey, what's up guys, Ruff here. So today we're going to be looking at a situation that involves a lot of very popular content creators where a Hassan Orbiter is now shaming and attacking and slandering another popular content creator for not speaking up about current day issues. Ridiculous. But here's some good news before we get into the topic for today's video. My first Patreon exclusive video is now live. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. I reacted to a shoe on head video. Is America okay? Well, you'll have to determine that for yourself. It is now live on Patreon. So I hope you guys enjoy that. I'll put a link to that in the pinned comment and the description as well. Thank you for the crazy support on Patreon, as always. But here's the focus of today's video. Denims. Denims TV. That's right, ladies and gentlemen. The very big Hassan Orbiter has a lot to say. Now, of course, this is the same person who was not only monetizing but also sexualizing some very disturbing political related content, but she's at it again. Now, why? Now, why, you ask? Well, Amiru, who is a very popular content creator, someone we've talked about, she was essayed live at TwitchCon. That's a whole nother issue. Very disturbing stuff. Now, I'll play this in the background with the audio muted, but she was playing a Daft Punk song in the background. But here's what she said, okay? Let me read this to you guys right now. There is a certain extent where they want their favorite content creator to, like, say their opinion on important topics. If you need a streamer who knows nothing about politics to tell you about politics, you probably need to get off the internet. Like, stop. Like, hello? Get help. She is entirely right. She's not wrong at all. Okay? But of course, Denims would say this in response. Never thought I'd see the day we'd be fence-sitting on the modern Gestapo. With this image right here of Emiru saying racist chud. Dude. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm so tired. I am so tired. Can you hear it in my voice? I'm tired. Today, there's been a lot of BS going on. I am exhausted. And then, the first thing I see is this. Where Emiru is being called a racist chud. For saying basically, don't trust me as your source of information about complicated political subjects. This is unreal. So here's some of the quotes reacting to Denims saying, you have to sell pictures of your butthole to pay rent. Yep. That is Denims. The modern Gestapo. If this was the modern Gestapo, you'd be ended by now. Just because you want something to be true doesn't mean it actually is. STFU. How's the H3 lawsuit going? Think you might have bigger problems to worry about than slandering other people. Yeah, how is the H3 copyright infringement lawsuit going for Denims? What's going on? Is she winning? Is she losing? Doesn't she have much bigger problems than Emiru? Not wanting to have problems, by the way? In quotes, the left does not respond well to people being in the center. End quote. Yeah, many such cases. Racist for not saying anything. Make it make sense. Yes, Emiru is being called a racist and a chud for not wanting to say anything. And being honest. Really, she's being honest. Okay? And saying, Don't listen to me. Listen to better qualified people. And now she's a racist Judd, according to Denims. Amazing. Here's one more saying, I stand by Emiru's POV. What in the F did she even say that was racist? She gave the most neutral answer and you people could possibly imagine. The F is wrong with you people. The whole ICE debacle shouldn't have gone this far, and this senseless violence and hatred needs to end. Now, of course, Denims has doubled down on the situation. Let's listen to what Denims has to say.
When did people on the right get so soy? You're smearing and defaming by calling someone a chud. No, it tells me everything I need to know about the character of someone who talks about things this way.
She didn't talk about anything. What are you talking about?
I don't know why this, I mean, it's intentional ignorance, but that's okay. It tells me everything I need to know about this person. If you are fine with commenting on things you don't know about when it benefits you, when you know your audience will like you talking about it, that's one thing. But then for you to use an opportunity or ignore an opportunity where you could talk about something, maybe your audience doesn't like it, maybe you could educate them on it a little bit, but you choose not to, you're just siding with whatever your chud or chudette audience.
Not the chud or chudette audience. Oh my goodness. This is crazy. We're
wants to hear. She's right when she says most streamers are not qualified to talk about politics. Okay, here's the thing, dude. You actually don't have to be qualified to talk about politics to say fuck ICE. It's not that hard of a concept.
So basically, like, agree with your opinion or you're bad. She says, like, oh, it's not that hard to say F ICE. Well, maybe Emiru doesn't agree with that, or she doesn't want to say that, so she's wrong? That's crazy.
You know who doesn't do political content? Cutie Cinderella. Cutie Cinderella literally never does political content. And even she's capable of saying fuck ICE. What about Cinna? These are, you don't have to be a
Well, they're both idiots. Okay, by the way, for your handler, Hassan, Cutie Cinderella completely and utterly screwed him over by trying to speak on the whole Collargate situation where she completely and utterly shared facts that contradicted everything he was saying while she was trying to quote-unquote help him.
Political creator to recognize that it's not hard to say fuck ICE. And I don't know if you know this.
That's the thing. It's not hard to say that. But what if you don't believe that? What if you don't want to disparage a big portion of your audience? What if, I know this is crazy, what if as a content creator you don't want to separate or alienate a part of your audience? What if you're honest and say, I don't think I'm qualified to talk about certain political subjects? Is that crazy? I'm glad Emiru is honest. She says basically what a lot of people feel. She is not qualified to speak on these subjects. No, just because you're a popular streamer doesn't mean your opinion is more valuable. But people like Denims, they're such narcissists that they believe for being popular, their opinion somehow matters more.
If you're an adult in this country, you should be the minimal amount invested in politics.
Why?
Because you live here. There's this weird idea in America especially where like you can just be an adult and be like, oh, I don't care about politics.
You're allowed to not care about politics. Especially if you're a streamer, you do not have to talk about it on your streams. How is that hard to understand? I don't get it.
What? If you're above the age of 18, you should care about politics in your fucking country.
Why? Why does a streamer have to, like, publicly speak about politics on their stream? Why? Why do they have to do that? And honestly, we should be, like, praising again someone like Emiru saying, why are you turning to me? I know nothing. Are you mad at honesty? I really don't get what Denims is trying to say here.
You don't get to be like, well, I don't agree with this whole taxes thing,
She didn't say
so
that.
I'm just not gonna pay for it. You can't say like, well, I'm just not gonna care about all this politics stuff. This is by far like the, I think, dumbest
Dumbest.
American quality.
She's using American as an insult? Like, where are you from, Denims?
Saying I'm not into politics.
That's fair. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Dude. I think I'm going to elaborate on things a lot more tomorrow, but today's been a mess. Okay? Your boy Rev, he's tired. If you want to support your boy Rev, check out my Patreon. Support me there, but like right now, I'm gassed. I'm gassed. Ladies and gentlemen, I know this video is going to be out pretty late today, but like, I'm tired. Okay? This is all I have the energy for today. I'm much like Emiru, okay? I'm going to be honest about what I have the actual fortitude to express with you guys. I'm tired because I'm dealing with these maniacs like Denims. And there's a lot of other drama I'm going to cover tomorrow, but like right now, I need a break. Okay, I need a break. Anyways, that's going to do it for today's video. As always, feel free to share your thoughts about today's topics in the comment section down below. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you next time.